of annoying, you know, Bran is reunited with his Uncle Benjen.
Yeah.
You know, at the very start of this new episode. Why does his Uncle Benjen go, "Hey Bran, it's me, your Uncle Benjen. Come on, up on the horse, let's go."
Yeah.
Why is all this sort of, "Oh, I'm a hood, I'm covered up," and you know, and then, "Well, who are you?" "What, it is I, Uncle Benjen, I've returned."
Yeah, so tell me about him. I didn't know anything about him.
Okay, so this is Ned Stark's brother, who at the very, very, very start of Game of Thrones, the TV show, I think it's literally season 1 or episode 1 or 2, you see him heading off to join the Night's Watch.
Okay.
Yeah, by saying goodbye to Jon Snow and saying goodbye to Ned Stark, and I think he's kind of all their favourite uncle. They all loved him. He was very close to them.
He wasn't heading off. He was coming down to meet the King Baratheon. So just if you want to get it right,
nerd.
Yeah. So he wasn't heading off to join. So.
All right, Poindexter.
Okay,
Mister.
Well, look, there's writing.
Mr. Know-it-all over there. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to put his hand up. I think he needs to put his hand up. What do you think? He needs to put his hand up. It's only fair, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're going to speak.
Yeah, hand up. To be fair.
Put your bloody hand up, right? Okay. We've been doing fine without you.
Yeah, exactly.
For the last
I mean,
episodes.
you know what I mean? Piping up there. Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. If we look like we're struggling.
Anyway,
you know.
at the start of Game of Thrones, we saw him going off to join the Night's Watch.
Yeah. Okay.
And saying goodbye to Jon Snow and his family members. So anyway, so now he's back.
That's wrong, is it?
They need to get back down south of the wall. They have to.
Do you know what? When you say north and south, I actually don't know where the fuck anything is in the book. I have to say, north, south. I don't know. Can you picture all the places?
We always have this idea that there's a wall that separates most of the Seven Kingdoms from this kind of vast frozen waste where you know.
Yeah, I get that.
Happens.
I suppose that's Alaska or something.
Yeah, and the wall was built to keep something out of what's south of the wall. Yeah,
the White Walkers. That's good. Yeah, I get that.
Well, yeah.
No,
that's probably it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bran was being dragged away, of course, and being chased by the zombies. He was having the visions where we finally got to look at the Mad King. We finally got to see the Mad King, and we got to see.
Were you talking about him last week?
Yeah, well, we've been talking about him. I think in most episodes of this, and I think we're going to see a bit more of an elaborated flashback of the Mad King and what turned him mad. What was the final straw for Jaime Lannister? Although Jaime Lannister did actually say earlier, it was when the Mad King said Tywin Lannister should be killed, when Jaime ended up killing him. But that whole lead up to the Mad King going completely bonkers, and what did he mean when he said burn them all? So that's going to be kind of fun to see played out. And we lost another dire wolf. I think are all the dire wolves dead now? There's one left. Thanks, Jessica. So there's one dire wolf left, according to Jessica, and I think she's right. I think the only one that's left is actually. Is it Rickon's?
I think there's two. Hold on. There's Ghost, which is Jon Snow's, still there.
Of course, yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure Arya's escaped with Arya and
is out there somewhere.
Is out there somewhere.
Okay. The name of Arya's direwolf?
Keep going.
We wanted a fact checker.
Yeah.
And instead we just got someone who makes noises from the corner. The assumption now is that the three of them, Benjen, Bran, and what's her face? Your one? Mira. That's good.
Yeah,
just testing him there. Just testing him.
Arya's direwolf is Nymeria.
That's not important.
Oh, and she leads the. I know this.
So we saw Waldor Frey come back into the fray. That's why I'm wearing a red shirt in honour of his return. Yeah.
Winey red. Yeah.
Winey red. Yeah. Claret red. You'd say. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just seeing him in that bloody candlelit hallway, I just went like that. Just this little shiver through me. Going, oh God Almighty!
I can't remember all these things. Like there's two. He hasn't been in it for years, but he's the Red Wedding guy. But has he been in it since the Red Wedding?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe he has.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in an episode very, very briefly afterwards, but no, it's kind of the first sort of bit of dialogue we've seen from.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a horrible bastard.
Yeah.
But the thing is now that we're going to see a lot of action returning up to that part of the road, because he has lost River Run to the Blackfish, who is Catelyn Stark's brother, I believe. Is that right, Jessica? uncle. That's what I said. Catelyn Stark's uncle.
Uncle.
So we saw, at the King's Landing side of things.
Yeah.
After Tommen and Marjorie have both kind of got into bed with the High Sparrow. Not literally got
so
into bed.
annoying.
Why is it annoying?
That they're hanging around with they're into the Sparrow.
I've been really impatient with that whole plot line all the way through this, and I'm now sort of looking at it going, ooh, this is actually quite clever. This could actually end up being,
I want
this actually being very interesting. Because what I think is going on is I think Marjorie Tyrell is completely bullshitting. I think she's completely spoofing the whole thing, and she's actually making a power play now for all of King's Landing.
Okay, go on.
I think she's trying to out Cersei. I think she's getting into bed with the High Sparrow in order to take control of King's Landing, banish the Lannisters once and for all.
Okay.
That's what I think is happening. That's what I smell something going on there.
I just wanted him to get a sword. Like, I wanted that to happen so badly, and then when they had to back down, you're just going, oh.
Obviously, everyone thought that was going to happen. When you saw the kind of the teaser clip with all the soldiers lined up, we thought, okay, bloodbath, and
your man's going to get it.
The mountain's just going to go in and just kill everyone. But no, it's not going to happen, and it's going to be very interesting what happens now, because we're going to see Cersei's trial by combat. Mm-hmm. She's going to use the Mountain, obviously, for that. And there is a fan theory that the Hound is going to come back to fight the Mountain. There is a big fan theory about this. Because we never saw the Hound dying, and back to this whole thing of Game of Thrones, if you don't see them actually croaking it, they might not be dead.
Yeah. Okay.
But the interesting thing about this whole High Sparrow thing is that it's shown that the power is being pulled away from them without spears or swords or shields, just with theology,
Yeah.
Lots of Sam this week.
Yes.
Lots of Sam. How do we feel about that?
Well, when I saw him in the carriage, I thought, oh, here we go. This is going to be boring. Sam, boring beyond belief, but it wasn't.
Boring, was it?
No, it was great.
Not that boring. And I have to say, him grabbing the old Valyrian steel sword off the wall at the end and say, let's do this. Sorry, phallic imagery, anyone?
Do you want there's a really insightful tweet about that.
Okay.
From handle Winter is Coming, and it says, steal the sword, Sam. Your dad is a dick. A real dick.
But Sam shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and getting smaller at the table as the father.
This is the guy who killed a Fen and killed a White Walker, and he's still scared of his old man. Grow a set, Sam.
Grow a set. Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, he has, and at the end, he does grow a set. He nicks that Valyrian steel sword. So it's good to know we have another Valyrian steel sword in the fight against the them up north. I think there's definitely a bit of phallic imagery going on.
I think you can get the phallic imagery. You're obsessed
with
that sort of stuff.
The sword, he's taking his dad's sword. He's sword is mine now, Dad.
And what? He's going to ride the mother then afterwards? Is that it or what?
No, it's...
Well, that's kind of what you were saying there.
Arya was reconnected with her sword as well. Needle, yeah. Exhumed it from the grave, a bit like her conscience and her resolve and her will to go out and get vengeance on the bollockses who fucked up her family.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's kind of cool. I was sort of going to myself, I don't want Arya to be just this kind of humorless drone killer who works for the many-faced god and goes out and just goes, a girl has no name, in the face, whatever. So it's kind of cool that she's now turned back into a human being, but she's
characters there,
bring all these skills with her.
Yeah. She's going to beat you one, obviously. There's no question there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't fancy your chance.
Yeah.
Daenerys in the big finale on the dragon.
Go on, you weren't feeling that?
So it's just like, fuck. What? Do they have to end every single episode with Daenerys and a dragon and a big rousing speech and more people bowing before her and so? We knew the Dothraki were on side with her. We knew the Dothraki would now just follow her into hell and back.
Yeah.
And I think the showrunners, they just sort of said, yeah, okay, well this episode's been a bit light on, explosions and fireworks, so we need to go out with a banger. Oh yeah, dragons. Oh, it was great for an ending, those dragons.
The speech Daenerys gave had me hype. I thought I was Dothraki for a minute. I had to calm myself down. I was ready to fight. ! #GOT.
Had me hype.
Had me hype.
That's incredible grasp of the English language.
But I'd say he ran out of characters. He just said, well, I lose the D. No? Had me hyped.
He had hashtags, he had exclamation
He
marks.
kept in the
could have
full
dropped
stop, in
those.
fairness.
If we didn't have Daenerys in that episode, no one would have minded. No one would have, we could have something else. We could have a bit more about Littlefinger has been very light so far in this whole series.
No Tyrion either in the episode.
No Tyrion. That's kind of okay. I think there's not really much going on with Tyrion at the moment, so I think we can look elsewhere. Well, what do you envisage at the end of this whole thing? I mean, I imagine winter creeping down, with it the White Walkers and the army of the dead, and a lot of these kind of kingdoms saying, right, we just have to shelve this and just buddy up
Come
here.
together.
Yeah. Come together right now. Dun, dun, dun.
Over me. Oh!
As long as I'm standing, the war is not over.
Our two ancient houses face collapse because of your stupidity.
I did what I had to do to survive. I will always be a Stark.
We're gonna take back the Iron Islands. Then we'll get revenge.
He died for us. If we are not willing to do the same for him, we're cowards.
The real war is between the living and the dead. And make no mistake, the dead are coming.
There you go, huh?
Ah, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, the dead are coming, brother.
Couple of fresh faces there.
Yeah.